Today for Full Album Friday, we're going to go back to 1991 to check out Ice-T's masterpiece, OG Original Gangster. Ice-T remains something beyond an icon or a legend within the world of hip-hop, and this is without question his finest moment on record. At the same time, this album specifically stands as one of the most important and definitive albums of the gangsta rap era, and you can easily make the argument that this is the blueprint for pretty much the entirety of the last 20 years of hip-hop. It's not that there was no gangsta-style rap music before this, but this is really the record that catapulted the genre into the forefront of music. Lyrically, this album is years ahead of its time, and even after more than 20 years, the rhymes you find here are just as raw, if not more so, than anything produced since. The rhymes are gritty and in your face, but at the same time, Ice-T never fails to make brilliant social commentary and critiques at every turn. Whether he's drawing comparisons between street drug dealers and the super wealthy people in the United States, or he's bringing the realities of South Central Los Angeles to your doorstep, this is just the sort of record you can't ignore. But there are a few elements that quickly separate Ice-T from all of his peers. The first being the pace and the power that he brings to every single line. He represents the epitome of the attacking style of rap, and yet he never sacrifices vocal clarity to deliver his point. The other element is the proximity you feel to these rhymes in every song. If you're looking for authenticity within a lyric, this is as close as you'll ever get. And it quickly puts other MCs into perspective as storytellers instead of story livers. Along with this, the ferocity and power of Ice-T's rhymes are absolutely matched by the music he raps over, as it's just as raw and gritty, but the production is very high in terms of quality. Whether he's pulling from classics like James Brown and Funkadelic, or he's bringing in new elements like Black Sabbath and Guns N' Roses, this is as diverse a backing sound as you'll ever experience. The combined sound of the music and lyrics have an amazing urgency and unsettling tone that runs throughout this entire record. And in some ways, it almost sounds as if they were trying to get the entire album done before the cops came in and threw him out of the studio. In this way, the sense of importance and that pace becomes the most intriguing part of the entire record. And to be honest, this has never been matched by any other artist in any genre. However, you just can't get past the fact that Ice-T is a true student of politics, the world, as well as his music history. And you can't overlook the importance of when he does his "Music is Music" speech at the beginning of the song Body Count. He spends time here discussing the actual history of music, and this entire idea and approach would lead to the legendary band of the same name. There's just no getting around the fact that Ice-T remains an absolute legend in every single way possible. And Original Gangsta is as much a landmark recording as you'll find anywhere in music history. This record must be in your collection for both its content and its historical significance, and if it's not, make sure you change that right away. Thank me later.